Hello. Okay, so I'm having technical difficulties because it is snowing and my Wi-Fi is not wanting to act right. So, I hope y'all can hear me. I can't get my headphones to work. Y'all know me. I'm just like the most professional YouTuber ever. But our Jessica Kent expert is what I call her, is gonna get up here and tell us some stuff, and we're gonna go over some crazy things that have happened. I want to take a couple of field trips. I want to go check on Ashy Cat. Because I got so upset last time trying to log in to my other TikTok that we didn't even go see Ashy Cat. We just closed the whole dang thing down. So, yeah, there's a couple things I want to check into tonight, see what's going on. Is it snowing where y'all are at? It sucks because we don't really get snow no more. We just get ice. It's annoying. It's like, if it's going to be this cold, at least give me like snow to where we can go outside and like play in it. You know what I mean? But yeah, we had a really good day here. Um, Me and my mom took my older son and seen a movie. And then we all went as a family bowling. And we went and ate. And we went to the arcade. And it was just a really good day. Really good family day. But it was freezing. So, yeah, I am waiting for Meows, Diamond, Shan, Sapphire, whatever y'all call her. She's got different names on every platform. But yeah, she's getting ready to get on here with us and spill some tea. So I don't know where everybody else is. I see there's like 7 of y'all peeing in the bushes. So thank you for coming. I know it's really late. So I didn't know if we would have, anybody come up or whatever, but I figured it was the weekend. Might as well just give it a shot. Because I got the kids to bed and I was just sitting here bored. And this was a good time for her. Um, so let me make sure. Shannon, I know I already sent it to you in a text, but I'm going to comment the link as well into the comments if I can remember how. Oh yeah, right here. But yeah, I mean, this Jessica Kent stuff, I'm like, she can't do nothing else. There can't be nothing else to talk about. Like, there just literally cannot be another single thing to talk about. And then, I mean, it's just like bam, bam, bam. It never ends. It's absolutely wild. Y'all know what topic I am obsessed with, though, is, like Lauren the Mortician and her lawyer, that's also Bunny XO's lawyer, that is suing the Do We Know It podcast and all that rabbit hole. I'm like down that rabbit hole. I've also been watching the Housewives of Salt Lake City and Orange County. They're my favorite too. And I want to talk about that. My mom insists that I watch Southern, what the heck is that show? Southern something. She's obsessed with it. She wants me to start watching it too. But it's like, I don't need another reality show obsession. I've got enough things that I have to keep ties with. I hadn't even been able to check up on my regular YouTube stuff in like 3 days because I'd been so busy. So I had no idea what was even going on with like my regular stuff I check up in on YouTube. But that's because I was like I had almost 2 full seasons of Housewives to catch up on. So I'm caught up on that now. And yeah, somebody get up here and say hi to me. Lord have mercy. Get in the comments, do something. Somebody say hi to me. Until Shannon gets up here. Um Kayla, there you are. Get up here and talk to me. You don't have to show your face or nothing until Shannon comes on for just a minute at least. Will you get up here and talk to me? Just click on the link. I've always wanted you to get up here with me. I'm just praying my Wi-Fi is going to cooperate out here in the country with the snowflakes. That is my biggest concern. Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah, my little circle's moving. Y'all can hear me now. Um, but anyways, Kayla, I'm so glad you come to say hello. And you know, Kayla, you and Reality and Shannon and Stacy, um, y'all are some real ones. I appreciate y'all staying. And oh, hey, Jenny, I can see you now in the comments. Hello. Do you just mean like your comment? I can see your comment. Can you hear me? Is everything working? I think it should be. Is it snowing where you're at, Kayla? Is it snowing for you, Jenny? You know, we seen that movie Migration today. It was really cute. Really, really cute movie. Um, if y'all got a kid, you know, 6, 7 or older, you should take them to go see it. It was a really cute movie. Not yet in Tennessee. Do you still get a lot of snow? Okay, I'm listening and we'll call you tomorrow. Okay, girl, I hope you're doing good. I hope everybody's doing good. So my friend, I dox her. I'm sorry, I call her Shannon, but she's a different name on every platform. But she is like a big part of the Jessica Kent Reddit, and she's gonna give us some good tea. And I like when me and her talk about this because we sometimes have very different opinions, but we have a really good conversation. And so yeah, and she actually is from Chicago, so like she really is like knows so much from like every aspect all the way around of all of this. It's kind of wild. But yeah, no, it was so crazy today when we went bowling. Tell me why the baby Huxley won. I'm like, what the heck? Of course he had bumpers in his little thing. He like pushes it down. But I did get a strike and like two spares. I did pretty good. I'm either like, I either bowl, like if I'm bowling, I either get a strike or a spare or I get a gutter ball. Like there's no in between. But I hadn't been bowling in so long. It was a good day to just get out and do a bunch of stuff with the kids. We were all going crazy in this house, I'm telling you. Where the heck is Shannon though? Let me make sure she's not backstage and I'm just not letting her in. I'm here just trying to get in. Pray this doesn't glitch again. Okay, well, I just found my headphones so I can put them on if I need to. And it should be fine, girl. We'll figure it out. You know I ain't good at this. We just roll with it and do what we can do. I thought Reality was coming in here. She might have fell asleep though. I'm just hoping mine will stay asleep. Because y'all know how that little one is. He be getting up. Oh, here she is. Hold on one second, y'all. Hello.
Hey, is it working?
Yeah, it's working good.
No glitch?
No glitch, and I hear you so good, and I don't hear an echo or nothing. Do y'all hear
Thank
any
God.
echo? I think you sound like a million times better this time.
Awesome.
Yes, I'm so excited you come up here with me. I know you don't particularly love coming up here, but I love
It's
when you
just
come
it's
up
just
here.
the glitch. Once we figure that stuff out, then it'll be Gucci.
Well, I think we may have fixed it. So, I'm gonna give you a little introduction. For those of y'all that don't know, this is Diamondeyes or Meows on Reddit or um Sapphire on TikTok or whatever. This has been my girl from before I was even on YouTube. Um, she's a real one for real, and I appreciate you so much because you've literally like stuck by my side through everything, and I don't know what I would have done without you, and I just love you to death. So I was telling him you're the mecca of JK knowledge. Oh shit. Did my Wi-Fi cut out? Can you hear me? Oh no. Hello? Hello? Now there's two of you. Okay, you can hear me, Kayla, and no, you didn't miss nothing. I don't know what's going on with Shannon, though. Because there's two of her up there now, and I don't know which one's the right one. Can you talk, Shannon? You're not muted. Oh, Lord. Hold on one second. Let me look at the private chat. It's glitching, but I'm letting it do its thing. Okay, so it's glitching on her side. She's got this glitch that happens when she gets up here with me. Um, and we can't figure it out. Oh, never mind, Shannon. I said, which one do I delete? But there's only one up here now. So, can you talk? Uh-oh.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, so is this the right one? You want me to remove the other one?
Are you hearing glitching? Because I am, but I don't think you are.
No, I don't hear it, but I got two of you up here right now.
Okay. Maybe, like, could you just start talking a bit and then it should just slowly stop glitching? Or that's what the app says, at least.
Okay. Yeah, so could you hear me like talking about you?
No, I had to go in and out of like the queue a couple times.
Okay, so I gave a little intro. I said this is Shannon, Diamond Eyes, Meows on Reddit, Sapphire on TikTok. She got all kinds of names, but just that I basically love you to death. Me and you have been friends since before I was even on YouTube,
I know.
and I appreciate you so much. You're a real one. You have been by my side through it all, and just such a loyal friend. And I would not have made it through this without you. And I just appreciate you so much. And you're the mecca of JK info.
Well, thank you. And I appreciate you too. You're the best. I fucking love you.
I love you too, bitch. I wish
And
I
soon we're
had.
gonna meet and then we'll go live in person so there's no glitching.
I know. We're going to have like a fun little girls' weekend. And you're going to come to Kentucky, and I'm going to take you mudding and in the mountains to a holler, and we're going to do redneck shit.
Awesome. That's what I want. I want to go like on four-wheelers, drive in some mud or some shit. I don't know. I don't even know what you do there, but I want to do it.
Well, I don't typically do that stuff anymore because I moved to the city, but I'll take you back home to Stamping Ground. Have you been practicing how you pronounce Dollar General?
Gentral.
Look at you.
Does it sound
Perfect.
right?
Yes. You're perfect. You've got it down. Oh, look, Kayla, I want to come to Tennessee because I want to come um to Rogersville where Summer Wells went missing from. I want
I
to go
want to go
down
with
there.
you too.
I wonder how far are you, Kayla, from there? Um, yeah, we should just take a little trip down there. Do any of y'all follow Summer Wells? Did y'all see that Allie um passed away, which was Hunter's mom?
I didn't see
Who
that. When was that?
I think it was just yesterday. She was in ICU.
Oh,
Um, and I'm pretty sure that they announced that she did actually pass away, and it's very sad. And I feel like so many people so close to that case have passed away, and all the secrets are going to the grave with all these people. It's scary. Oh, she didn't pass. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting that.
so is
Um,
she's in the ICU then?
yes, I heard it from one of those trauma channels, and I hate to say stuff that they say because I never know if it was true, and I didn't get to fact check it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so she's in a coma. Thank you, Rach, K, Bill, and Lacey. Okay. Yeah, because those trauma channels, like one of them literally put Summer Wells' like body was found as like a thumbnail clickbait and had me in an anxiety attack over the summer.
Oh my
And it
gosh.
wasn't true.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you've been seeing that like every day, like before they found Savannah and Matthew, every day. They were found here or all this bullshit.
Yeah, I hate that. I
And the
hate that people do
psychics.
that. Oh God, don't even get me started on the psychics. Ugh. Okay, so Rach says she's in the ICU, and Hunter's dad supposedly was trying to scam people for money, saying that she had passed away already. Okay, see,
Wow.
because yes, that's what it was. Is it was a trauma channel that was trying to get money to get Hunter's dad to Hunter because he was saying she had passed away. So yeah, see, you can't. I thought because it was his dad, I could repeat it, but see, you can't. You can't trust nothing. So anywho, um, thank you all for telling me what was going on there, and let's pray for Allie. I hope that she can pull through and come back from this. That's so sad because she's young. She's not much older than me, I don't think. So, yeah. So you want to tell them? You want to tell everybody like a little bit about you?
Um, about me? I don't know. I'm 28. I'm from Chicago. And essentially, I just got super involved in the JK BS originally because I wanted to see those damn emails. And I've been addicted ever since. But it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, we started talking about JK probably back in what, May?
I don't even know. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time ago on TikTok.
Yeah, that's when
Yeah.
you still had the viral accounts.
Yes, I'm telling you, that's when I still had my big account. Uh, JK has literally taken taken all my TikToks, all my TikTok pages. I've got this one that's holding on, but I'm telling you, if I get one more strike, that's it. And I'm not making another one after this one. I'm like
Yeah, and you're
over it.
not the only one. I could name so many of my friends who she got all their shit taken down.
It's
So
crazy, and it's like, who am I to her? Why does she care what I'm doing? I'm like a nobody.
you're somebody. She's a nobody.
I just think
Otherwise,
it's
she
so
wouldn't
weird.
care.
When she put me and Ray in her uh documentary, I was like, okay, this she's for real. She for real has lost her ever loving mind.
Yeah, like I love you to death, but I love Ray to death, and that is just so fucking petty. Out of everything, Ray is literally the sweetest. She did not deserve that at all.
No, I was more mad about Ray than myself, but like, just on the grand scheme of people and like us not having really. I mean, I guess my TikTok does have I think it has what, like 25,000 followers, but for TikTok, that ain't really nothing. You know what I mean? So I just thought it was super weird. But yeah, it really upset me. She put Ray in there too. And she used everybody's like worst picture ever. I'm like, you couldn't even put a good picture?
Well, I can't say shit about that because everyone knows I'm the queen of putting the worst pictures I can find of her online. So
The pictures you put on Reddit cracked me up.
I know.
Yeah, so Shannon's Reddit is the Meows account. Y'all, the stuff she puts on the Reddit is hilarious. She be cracking me all the way up. Oh, I wanted to ask you about this. So we had talked about last time I saved this picture about this because your post had got like 19,000 views in less than like 24 hours. Where's it at now?
I think I don't know if they tell you the stats after the 48 hours, but by the 48 hours, it had been at 24.3K, 22.3K, one of those.
That's crazy. That's awesome. Y'all have really been working hard over there, and there's been so many of JK's ride or dies that have been coming over and wanting to really just learn and see everything. People have really switched sides lately. Do you agree?
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, all the new usernames.
Yeah, and how many y'all got over? Y'all hit 5,000 and then just kept flying after that.
Can
Hello?
you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Can
Oh,
you hear
shoot.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? It may be my Wi Fi. I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Well, heck. Hold on. I can hear you just fine. I'm gonna private chat you. Hold on. Uh, Let's see. Okay, Kayla can hear us both. So you can't hear me,
So
but
you
I
can
can hear
hear
you.
me, but I can't hear you.
You still
What
can't
the
hear me?
hell?
Can go out and come back in. Oh wait, you can't hear me. Hold on. Okay. Lacey, I didn't know who she was, but I laugh at her Reddit stuff. Yes. Well, this is my girl. She's. Let's see if she goes out and comes back in. Let me. Hello. Y'all know it wouldn't be me if I didn't have a technical difficulty. Uh, I'm gonna put the link in here just in case. Uh, Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I'm
Can you hear
sorry.
me?
I don't know why this is such a disaster.
Can you still not hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I left and I came back in. Did I fix it? Shannon? Well, Shannon can't hear me. That stinks. I don't know what else to do. I left and I came back in. Here, let me message her. Let's see. Okay, so I think it's just glitching on her side, so we're gonna just give it a minute. Okay, so um there's several things that have been going on that I want to talk about. Um in case y'all didn't know and you haven't been around, I think the craziest one is that I've already showed this, but this is Jessica and Jason's marriage certificate. They got married in June. And the Reddit proved it was Jessica who took a picture of the marriage license by showing her Louis Vuitton nails. And I just thought that was like gold. So I just wanted to show y'all that if you hadn't seen that. But that was like over a week ago. So that's kind of old news. Um, but what y'all think about them Louis Vuitton nails? Um,
Hey, is it working now?
yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So I guess I just
Uh,
learned that I kind of just have to mute myself and then let you glitch for like a minute and then it just stops. I don't know what the hell that is.
Well, we figured out how to make it work at least. I was just showing them the marriage license and how y'all found her nails to prove that was her holding that marriage license. I know that was a while ago, but just in
Oh,
case
that
somebody hadn't seen
the
that.
credit to that goes to comprehensive 100%.
Okay, and that's why I'm glad you're here because you can give credit to
Yeah,
who it's due
comprehensive is
to.
amazing. She is so like detail oriented, but she has a
Um,
really good TikTok account and she made a video about this one and a few others and they're just so good. But yeah, shout out
okay,
to
cool. Maybe
Comprehensive
we
Pass
can
for that.
go on a field trip to her TikTok page. Okay,
Oh, they're
so
amazing.
let
They
me.
don't get a lot of views, but they should.
Okay, look at the screen real quick. I want to make sure.
I can see it.
Okay, was I supposed to show that?
Do it more time. Wasn't that on that was on there, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was one of them. I just didn't know about it. I hadn't seen that, so I didn't know. I wanted to make sure.
Is that the one where they um hold
Is her TikTok following?
on. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that is how much that burner paid for it, I believe, for his following.
Oh, okay. So that's how much the going rate for that amount of followers is.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he had gained like 4K overnight. Literally overnight. It just happened.
I just don't. I don't understand why people would buy followers. Like, it's not gonna. I just don't. I'll never understand that. I think that's very odd.
Well, not
Okay.
everyone is loved like you. A lot of people have to buy their stuff,
Well,
and I
like,
could think of a few.
I mean, even if my YouTube and if, because when everything happened, I deleted it. I basically had to start over, so I only have like, well, I think I'm already back up to, I don't know, around 350 maybe. I don't know how many exactly, but you know, um, I just think that that's weird. Like, I wouldn't want to have like bots and stuff. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I'm not tech savvy. I just think that that's
Well, yeah.
really odd.
And also in the future, if you ever wanted to get a plaque or you want to get certain, meet certain goals, at any point, YouTube could just go through your stuff and see that the bots are illegitimate. So you wouldn't really want to take that chance, but numbers
Yeah,
is all that matters to these people.
because if you want to get monetized, or if you get to the point to get monetized, like, and you bought subs, then they're gonna, like, I don't know exactly what they'll do, but they're not gonna count those
Mm-hmm.
ones you bought, and you could potentially get in trouble, couldn't you?
Oh, totally. But the what for this one, it does say TikTok, right? So I know TikTok is a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. TikTok is a lot more relaxed, but whatever Jessica does on there when she reports you, it's a whole different ball game, because they be trying, like, literally I had to deactivate my TikTok
Mm-hmm.
for over 2 months.
I'm pretty sure I know how she gets it down. I'm pretty sure it's because um I don't know, like if you've ever gone to report someone, you know how there's always an option for it'll say something like legal issues slash misinformation. If you click on that stuff, if she were to give them like her ID and proof of it's her, etc., they could just take it down as if she's saying that you're putting personal information up, and they won't check into it. That's I 10 out of 10 guarantee that's what's happening.
She's so ridiculous. Um, and I don't even have anything on there that's like super bad that would should like really upset her or anything. It's weird. But this was a big deal today.
Oh
The
yeah.
So tell us about this.
Well, so this was posted because apparently Jessica has been telling everyone that Reese has only sent her $500. And this is, I think, around 4 to like $4.3 thousand between October and December alone.
So this is Reese's Cash App history.
Yeah, all to her. And if you go through and obviously, read the notes, Micah Chores, Riley Chores, sorry, I don't want to say their names anymore. I'll just say RRM. But like $100 each, stuff like that. Like, that's insane.
Yeah,
And
I
she
have.
says that Reese won't even buy them a sandwich. It's just so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, like Thanksgiving, 800. Close, 250.
Oh my god, I saw a funny ass comment that was like, that must have been an expensive ass turkey. Who even knows what she was doing?
Oh yeah, what I've seen a little bit too much of that. But like I mean, yeah, and it just keeps going and keeps going, and it's like I I,
Yeah,
I don't get
and
it.
I'm
I don't
sure
get
that
it.
he could even show more if he wanted to. He's pretty humble.
I feel like that he only shows things when he really gets like pushed over the edge.
Yeah. I just really want to know who he sent them to, though, that sent it to the mods.
Or if somebody found it, I wonder because a lot of people's like you can just if you find out their Cash App name, you can see everything.
Do you
So
think she would be that dumb to like? Hers is definitely privated by now.
yeah, I mean, you never know because I told you David made me so mad
Oh yeah.
when he found out that Cash App information when I'd been looking for something for ever and a day, and then he's like, "Oh, here." Like 20 minutes later, I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Yeah, like I've been looking all day.
Yes.
That's funny. But yeah,
So, I want to ask your opinion on something.
what's up?
So, Mindy saying that she really was working for Reese this whole time and never wanted to be Jessica's friend and all that. What is your opinion on all that?
Bullshit. Obviously. I'm not saying obviously as to the audience. I'm just saying if you're on Reddit, you would probably see all of my comments all the time. I don't. I'm pretty bad with keeping myself quiet. I just have to call shit out all the time. But
Yeah,
I
no,
I
I know
I
some
totally
people
would
don't
believe.
have Reddit and don't get on Reddit, so I just wanted them to hear your opinion on that.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I totally believe that he was sending her money and stuff like that, maybe to get stuff that he wanted posted. I'm not sure, but um as of recently, I definitely don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, I think that when I was at that castle and all of that went down with all of us and she was crying about Jessica and she called Jessica that day, I think she truly wanted to be Jessica's friend again in that moment. And that's just my thoughts on it.
Or needed
Um
money, one of the two.
yeah, I mean you never know somebody's intentions. It's just like it really seemed like she wanted to be Jessica's friend in that moment, but you never know. Um
Well, and also,
let's
I just kind of feel that it might not be that way, just because she was claiming, that Nicole was her best friend in the whole world, and yet the same day, the next day, Nicole was still posting, "Oh, I still hate her. I still hate her." Blah blah blah. Like, why would you be saying that if your best friend is trying to rekindle with someone you were just fighting with for a year? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to the point with a lot of that it's like I'm trying to make sense of things that'll never make sense. So
Yeah, you just gotta assume that nothing makes sense. It's easier to speculate that way, honestly.
exactly. So I did see that Mindy was live earlier. I just caught this. I didn't even know I took this for a different reason.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
gonna have to tell me about it because I wasn't able to watch it.
well, I was not able to watch a lot of it either because as soon as I got on, it ended. But it was typical Mindy being Mindy for
Yeah.
what I've seen.
I mean, I don't know how much we really want to talk or see Mindy. We could
Yeah,
ask the chat, but I'm sure someone in that snark probably has already uploaded, screen recordings already if anyone wants to see. But
Yeah, we can take a field trip in a second. Okay, so this, what is this?
That is just that's just her getting a bunch of horrible comments.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
Um, and that's like, I want to,
wow, they switched up.
yes, I want to show Drip God's video
Yes.
because that is so telling. Oh, Clary says she was live reading an email from Jason saying that Jessica bought subs like we didn't already know. Thank you so much, Clary.
Oh
And
wow.
I'm glad you're here and we appreciate you telling us what was going on. But yeah, like that's not a big revelation.
Hey Clary, I love you.
um, okay. And then I had just seen, um, one other thing. I
Oh, and
seen,
after Drip Gods, would you want to go through some of CJ's?
yes, yes, absolutely, 100%.
Sweet.
I think CJ's done a wonderful job.
He honestly, like, I think he is really is the one that got the, all her fans to flip, because people could just look at him and see that he's not a shitty guy. He's clearly not a stalker. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I think you can tell like CJ is pretty level-headed and like just tells it how it is, and I think that everything with Jessica um has happened in due time. Um because I think that honestly her ride or dies needed to see all of this continuing to happen. You
Yeah.
know? Because I think we all knew that it was never going to stop. It was going to be one thing after another, and we just knew how she was. But some people really just needed to keep seeing her keeping on, you know?
Yeah. I think a lot of it really was just for their ego, to be completely honest. How could you ignore that for that long? You know, we've had so many people in the sub telling you what's up, in the comments telling you what's up. We all always show proof, you know. So it's like if you've just chosen not to go check, that's just you being choosing to be ignorant. And then after watching CJ's videos, I really do feel like a lot of her fans kind of knew what was happening. They just knew that they had been supporting her for so long that they would, you know, they didn't want to backtrack or like, waste all their time.
Yeah, and I think a lot of us want to support people and give people the benefit of the doubt, and almost to where we do it to a fault.
And they sure did. They
And I
sure
think a
did.
lot of them, especially the ones that like gave us so much hell, like I could name off 10 of them that have just
Yeah, your
fought me to the
comments
death.
used to be so brutal. I would be going off all day. I remember
Girl,
just going off all day in your comments.
and I think some of them did it just had to keep supporting her out of spite because they refused to be wrong, you
Thank you.
know?
That See, you just worded it so much better than me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it was just out of complete spite because they were not gonna admit it.
And honestly, I think a lot of them also just wanted to get attention from her. Like, oh, look at my fans sticking up for me. As if.
I mean, but I don't know how anybody could continue to support her now. I mean, I don't get it at all. I think I just cannot understand if anybody is still watching all of this and continuing to support it. I just don't get it at all now. Like, I can't. I can't make any sense of it. I'm trying to get my stupid laptop to work so we can go on a field trip.
We're
Um,
both having problems tonight.
I know. Hold on one second. Let me get David to help me. David, come fix this. I've got to buy me a new laptop. I've been saying it forever and forever, and I just have to do it. What? I can't, it won't even give me the option to get onto the Wi-Fi. Um, but yeah, we're gonna go on a field trip in just a second. Because yeah, I want to do Drip God, and then I want to look at CJ's, and because I feel bad like going into the Reddit and just like going through the Reddit. Like, what is the proper way for me to like show things?
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with going through the Reddit. I mean, personally, maybe I just wouldn't go through the comments so that no usernames are shown, so no one gets targeted or anything. But I don't know. I mean, I think we have most of what we want to show anyways.
Yeah, the one thing I have not been able to find, you may be able to just send this to me though, is when Burner like threatens everybody in the Reddit. I did want to show that, and I cannot find that. Did it get deleted?
He deleted it off of Twitter because of the probably because of the police situation. But I'm sure a lot of people have it.
Okay, because I think that's one of like the most damning things. I've got that screen recorded. Oh my gosh, Clary, awesome. I would love to show that. Hold on. Let me give me 1 second, Shannon.
But yeah, Clary, if you send it to me, I'll try to save it.
Can you see the chat, Shannon?
Not at the second, because I'm scared that I'm gonna F something up again.
Okay, no, she said she's gonna drop it in your DMs. Thank you so much, Clary. You're the best.
All right, thanks, babe.
Because yeah, I think that was like that was crazy to me. I couldn't believe he did that.
Yeah, and then not only that, but then like a day or two later, his explanation was the fact that all of us, doxed her, and that we were talking about her dead family members and all this stuff. So that means that he gets to dox all of our children and where they go to school. I don't know. He must have been high when he tweeted that one.
I'm sorry, but I don't think Burner
It's ridiculous.
is going to be getting everybody's information that's in the Reddit. I don't see him being.
At the time, he said he was only 2 seconds away. What happened?
Oh, Lord. I don't see him being some master hacker, but.
I'm sorry. I know this is serious, but he just cracks me up. He is just so fucking ignorant.
And him in that blonde wig, I'm like, Burner, I can't. So, is there any new updates about them moving that I've missed?
Not that I know of. Her house is definitely not on the market.
Did you ever hear anything about like Jason's house? What was going on with that?
Um, See, maybe this is why CJ needs to be up here.
We need to schedule something with CJ.
I know.
Clary said she sent it. Thank you so much, Clary. I appreciate that so much. So she sent that over to you, and we are. Should I just turn my what's that thing called? Where I can make it work from my phone.
Yeah, but what's so odd is that it's saying your Wi-Fi is not on. See, Wi-Fi is turned off. And you click it and it just keeps popping back up with that. That's so weird. Usually like a laptop's Wi-Fi, I mean, if it's on all the time, there should be no reason why it's...
So can I even use my hotspot?
I gotta figure out
Okay. Let's see. Maybe. Did you get that, Shannon? We could show that until I can figure out how to take us on a field trip. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Well, heck. Um, if she's went to just, oh, it probably did knock her off. Yeah, it probably did. I've got to figure out how to get back into Discord. I've got to fix that too. I'm telling you, when it comes to technology, I'm just not the one. But I don't even think I said nothing about this post, but this post today, when I read this, I was just like, oh dear Lord. I, I don't even know what to say about the two of them at this point anymore, besides the fact that I just think that it makes me sad that Jessica continues to just put herself and her kids in all of these just bad situations and then promote it to the internet and then get mad at the internet for being upset about these situations. I mean, it's like, it is so baffling to me that, yeah, it's a whole clown show. It's like I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to pop out and be like, this is all a prank. You know, it's like, this can't be real. It's wild. It is so wild. Because I keep thinking maybe she's just doing this for publicity. Maybe. But it's like, I know all publicity is supposed to be good publicity, but no. No. Okay, yeah, do that. Restart the laptop and then I'll just do it from, okay. Um, but yeah, no, I'm like, where's Ashton Kutcher? This has got to be a prank. This can't be real life. Uh, and that's where I'm at with it. But I think y'all are doing an amazing job in the Reddit. I think it's so wild seeing how many people have finally understood and have finally had enough. And I think that, oh, okay, thank you. I think that, I think that it's good that y'all have kept on keeping on. And, you know, I thought that if there wasn't some giant creator who covered this, it never, it would just never be. But I don't even think that's needed really anymore. There's 5.5K people on there now. It's insane. It really is. There's so much that I can't even keep up. It seems like she never actually understands why people are upset either. Her response is always like, wow, guys, you don't like him because he has tattoos. Yeah. Um, oh, thank you. Okay. We have internet, so we can take a field trip. Um, But yeah, Kayla, it is. It's weird. It's like, I know she's trying to deflect, and I know she's trying to, just like minimize this, that, and the other. But it's like, girl, you cannot be that. Uh, like, what is the opposite of being self aware? Like, she's so not self aware. I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but it's just scary. Uh oh, we went black. Uh, Shannon? Yeah, both of those things. You know, that's what I said when I started my YouTube. I did it because I made that video about Jessica. Just saying that I've accepted the fact that I will never understand the way she thinks, and it's because I will never be able to think that way. And I know that. But sometimes I just can't. I don't know. That's just still not enough for me. Like, I just want to shake her. Hold on, let me see. Um, it's showing 2 Shannons up here. Hold on. Hello? I think she believes that she's really some kind of victim in all this and that she's being treated unfairly. Yeah, she has to. She has to truly. See, it's not showing me she's backstage. Hold on, let me switch over to my laptop and it might. Um, okay. Uh, Make sure y'all don't see my face right now. Lord, I look a mess. Okay. Oh, there you are. Okay. Are you there? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yay. You're back.
Okay. Sorry, I went to go get Clary's message, and then when I went to go save it, it made me disconnect.
Oh, no, you're fine. I switched over. I fixed the laptop, and I think that we are about to be in business.
But yeah, I sent it to your phone.
Okay, I will put that on here. I'll probably have to MacGyver some things because if it's not in an MP4, I'm telling you, StreamYard is so picky. Do you want to go, while I get that on here, do you want to go to Drip God or do you want to go to CJ first?
Maybe we could go to Drip God first because it's like really like easily digestible.
Okay. Let's see.
Whereas CJ's is like pretty deep.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'm gonna share this. I'm so glad that he got these comments. before they were gone. I couldn't believe it, for real, because you know how she be with these bad comments. I couldn't believe he actually got them. Okay, so I'm gonna start it, and we're gonna have to pause it like every 3 minutes, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna try to speed it up just a hair.
If you've been keeping up with the Jessica Kent situation, you know that over the last year, Jessica has been boozed up, conducting a train engulfed in flames, flying toward the edge of a cliff with her babies on board. I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm just keeping it a buck. Those of us standing by watching and simply acknowledging the terror we clearly saw before our eyes have been deemed haters, and those who dare try to speak out and encourage Jessica to stop the train have been deemed harassers. Even worse, Jessica and her new pet clown have been on a mission to scare people into silence. Meanwhile, much of the ride or die crew stood by with their eyes shut and attacked those who dare look and speak up about the train wreck. It not only reminds me of a cult, but also Socrates' allegory of the cave. If you're a philosophy head like me, just what I'm talking about. I live my life by 2 quotes: question everything, and the man who knows something knows nothing at all. However, most people are comfortable in their chains. They love their delusions, and they'll be ready to attack anyone who dares to expose the lie behind their beliefs. It's all too much for them. While some of Jessica's Kent subscribers had the ability to think for themselves and saw the truth in the situation, Jessica had successfully manipulated most of the ride or die crew into silence and complicity. What's so unfortunate about their complicity is that while they thought they were helping her, they've actually been enabling Jessica's dangerously toxic behavior and addiction. However, we finally reached the turning point. Many of the ride or die crew has finally opened their eyes and chose to see the train wreck that's been right in front of them this entire time. Now, most likely, you're aware that Jessica Kent has received a lot of comments from concerned subscribers on a recent video featuring the latest felon who's been sharing a home with her children. Jessica's subscribers were appalled and disgusted at the content within the video. The lack of consideration for her audience, such as no trigger warnings, the lack of remorse, as Burner recalled, murdering animals, brutally stabbing a man, and shit that I don't even want to repeat. All without a fucking trigger warning. There was absolute terror once realizing that this cold-blooded, violent criminal was dating Jessica and living at her home with her 2 small children. The amount of backlash versus positive comments got so overwhelming that Jessica had to turn the comment section off. The video has more dislikes than likes. She can turn the comments off, but the damage has already been done, and nothing from the internet can ever truly be erased. An overwhelming amount of these comments are from longtime subscribers who have relentlessly defended.
Do you know how to see the dislikes versus the likes? Like,
You'd have to go on like Google and like look at the stats. I don't think you could see it on YouTube anymore.
okay,
But I know that actually I think it was actually posted on Reddit where someone showed the stats, and I think it had like maybe a little less than half that were all dislikes, or a little more than half that were dislikes. Either way, it was like a 45-50 type of situation. So it was clear that no one liked it.
Oh, Clary says there's a plug-in. Okay. I've got to figure out how to get that plug-in so you can see the people who are in your chat peeing in the bushes. I think that's hilarious, and I want that plug-in. So I'm gonna have to find some like real smart techie person. But okay, I'll go back and play this again. I just was wondering if we could see that.
You know, I never actually even watched this video because of the animal triggering content. You know, like I'm so obsessed with this JK shit, but like I couldn't even get myself to watch this one because I knew I would get too furious.
Yeah, I didn't watch the actual video he's talking about at all either.
Yeah,
No.
me neither.
This was enough. Everybody's synopsis of it was enough for me to already be angry enough. I didn't need to even see this. And the fact that she did post this thinking like it was acceptable is just like,
you know what I think? I don't know if anyone would agree with me, but I think that she actually posted this, you know, like strategically, because she's been getting so much shit online. I honestly think that she thought that this would scare people off. Like you wouldn't want to fuck with her boyfriend or whatever. I honestly think that.
I think she thinks that he's cool because he stabbed someone and he's done all this stuff. And I think that that is so sick.
And if her fans, like, let's say her fans were okay with the, you know, fucked up burner stuff, you'd think that they would hate it for at least the animal treatment. So, yeah, I don't know what the hell she was thinking.
Is the video still even up on her YouTube?
I think it is, but her comments are probably off. I
Yeah,
know
I
that
was
she
gonna pull it
had
up
comments
on my
and then she
phone
deleted a bunch of them to make it seem like they were never there.
I was gonna look on my phone real quick and see if it was even. Yeah, it is still up here. She's ridiculous.
Are the comments off?
Yes, the comments are off.
That has to be the first time in Mythica cunt history. I don't remember ever seeing her have to turn the comments off.
I mean, because she hates when everybody goes in on her, and I mean, she used to still get a lot of support, even though I think it was fake, and she was paying for some of those nice comments. Every real human is saying something negative at this point, you know?
And especially just her treatment back towards her fans. Like, I texted you that picture a little bit before this where someone had asked, like, oh, where's the video that's supposed to be up today? It'll be up when I'm ready. It'll be up when it's up. Like, what? You're the one that said it was going to be up today.
Oh,
These are
Lord.
the people that pay your bills. Fuck. I know
You don't
people
look at
that
it like
I
that,
know a
though.
couple of people that who literally have paid over $1,000 on her merch. I swear.
And I mean, you've heard her say it though. Just because you're my subscriber and just because you're my supporter, don't mean, you know, shit to me. I don't care.
It
She don't
doesn't
look at it
mean you're
like that.
entitled to my sex life, even though I'm gonna smash who I want to smash. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I can't.
Let me mute myself.
No, you're fine because I can't even follow her because I have to be like going to look at her stuff. I can't just have her shit like be popping up. It'd be
Oh
throwing
yeah,
my
I
whole
don't
day
think
off.
any of us do.
Kayla says I can't handle the animal stuff either. Anyone who hurts animals is a yes. I agree with you there.
And it's not her first time either. It's not her first time. So
Yeah, she's told some very bad animal stories before.
horrific. I was shaking, literally.
I remember one day you were like so mad about something. You were like, I will go get that cat.
Yeah, because she was saying that she had to kick it. She had no choice but to kick the cat because it's so evil.
Oh, Lord. Lacey had said she agrees with that. Clary says, I tried to on YouTube and had to turn it off. Girl, he talks and laughs about a dude killing a kid with a tuna can and refers to a dead child as it. Lord, help our souls.
When I was seeing those comments about the tuna can, I honestly didn't even know what they were talking about. That's so fucked up.
Oh, Lord. And she's over here like, that's my man. Ain't he cute? He's so hard. We got green hair.
Me.
Oh, Lord. All right. Let's keep going.
Jessica Kent up until now. This video left no doubts in viewers' minds that Jessica is headed down a dangerous path filled with impulsivity and horrible decisions, walking with a bottle of Tito's in one hand, her new man in the other hand, and her confused and traumatized children struggling to keep up behind them. First, we'll cover some comments from the Ride or Die crew. All of these commenters are genuinely disappointed in Jessica and concerned for her and her children. Some of those commenters expressed that they finally decided to unsubscribe and cut ties with Jessica. I mean, who can blame them, right? The fuck shit is intolerable. Now, I have a screen recording of the entire comment section that will be playing on the right-hand side as we go through and highlight some of these comments. After the video ends, feel free to rewind it, mute the video, and read all the comments if you'd like. With that said, let's jump in. Here are some comments from the Ride or Die crew. Jess, how do you not see this man is a whole ass red flag? Bro, he's even helping out and is wearing red. This person doesn't even feel remorse. He laughed and called a child it as he described the actions of fucking Tuna Can, whatever. That child was viciously murdered, and he laughs and called the child it. I've been Ride or Die since 40K, but I cannot support you in this relationship, platforming him, or having him around your children. I'm unsubscribing because, wow, this is insane. Please find your center in peace. This man is a violent offender. I like watching your videos, but if this is the kind of energy you choose to put in front of your girls, I just can't continue supporting you. Why? I'm ride or die for people who will be real with me and not piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. This is bad energy. He seems proud and not remorseful at all. My mom once told me not to jump from one spider's web to another. Wishing you the best in 2024, but can't blindly support you through another year of drama only to be told I'm a hater for being worried about you and the girls. Love ya, Jess. Gosh, I've lost so much respect for you. I'm sorry, Jess, I love you. But fucking hell, this guy is crazy. Sounds so proud of his crimes. I like Jess's content in the beginning, but I started to get this vibe where she felt cool for having been or stills an addict and keeping those type of people close to her. I really hope her girls are okay. This is awful. I love you, Jess, but this is truly awful. I feel so bad for your kids, dude. This isn't okay. Good luck to you, Jessica. I am done with your channel and will be unfollowing. Dating this man and bringing him around your young, innocent daughters is really showing your true character, Jess. I'm just so disappointed in you. I used to find you so inspirational, but starting sometime last year when I discovered your TikTok and noticed how completely different and hard and gangster you try to act over there has shown me you're not the person I thought you were. I have always sympathized with Jess, and when she said she was trying to make better decisions for her and her children, I was proud and happy for her. You know, she has a lot of problems, but I believe she was trying her best and wouldn't make the same mistakes. I'm no longer naive and came to realize this is all for views and a facade. Jess, I've been in the ride or die crew for years and have supported you through YouTube and Patreon forever. But
so this name right here, this Jess Star name, this is one that I recognize. So I just wanted to point that out because this is one that there's about maybe, I don't know, 10 names on YouTube that I recognize. Not many, but this is one that I do. And so this, when I seen this, it really kind of shocked me. Did you recognize this name?
No, I didn't recognize it, but I'm so glad that Drip God recorded this because I actually started doing the same thing to make a post about it, showing all the negative comments. And then by the time I had updated it, it wouldn't let me, like they were gone.
You know, something I have that I need to put on StreamYard and show one day is it was one of her first. I don't know if it was the first or the second. It had to be the first docu-series, and there was negative comments coming up, and I have it on screen record, and they'll come up and then they would go away, and you could see it happening on my phone while I was screen recording it. It was really wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so glad he did this too. No, I just wanted to mention that I recognize this name. Okay, I'll keep.
Oh, and just one more question. I know because me and you didn't watch the video, but I know people keep referring to this victim as a child or a kid. The tuna can situation. How old was that victim of Burners?
Yeah, does anybody in the chat know about that? Because yeah, I don't have a clue.
Because I would assume a minor, right?
That's how I'm taking it.
So
or
even
that the
more
kid that
fucked up
did
than
it
I
was
thought.
the person who did it was a minor, or the person it happened to was a minor. Someone involved was definitely a minor.
Yeah.
So we'll see if anybody knows him. Oh, it's not his victim. It was his cellies. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, okay. So it was his cellies victim, and was the victim a minor? Because his celly couldn't have been a minor unless he was a minor when he did it. But yeah, that's how they were making it seem. Okay.
what he did. He sees nothing wrong with his act. What he did. Just, I've been in the ride or die crew for years and have supported you through YouTube and Patreon forever, but this is next level shit. Burner seems like a great person and he did his time, but it's extremely clear that he has no remorse and is proud of what he did. He sees nothing wrong with his actions and behaviors. I know you see the fact that 95% of the comments are negative. Please listen. If you stay, you will be put in these types of situations and there will be no remorse from him. I love you and support you, but I cannot continue to support this. I hope you come to your senses. Longtime subscriber. I read all the comments and watched the whole crappy video. I don't need this guy in my life. Watching it doesn't add any value to my knowledge base. Would never bring this guy around my kids. Unsubscribed as he's all over your socials too. Time to unsubscribe. This is a very sad and disturbing situation to watch. Downward spiral playing out in real time. That man has the mind of a child and no remorse for his violent actions. This is not a safe person to have around her young children. Wow. Keep in mind that most of these people don't even know Jessica's currently married to Jason, as well as all the fraudulent, vile, disturbing, and spiteful shit Jessica has said and done behind the scenes. They don't know about the disgustingly perverted emails and text messages between her and several men. They don't know Jason told us she had sex with Reese after she accused him of domestic violence. They don't know Jason said she did cocaine with him this past year. They don't know Jason admitted she beat on and punched him multiple times. They don't know the vile and disgusting nature of character, the manipulation, the anger, the violence, the hate she holds in her heart. And if this was their reaction without that insight, imagine what will happen when they make their way over to Reddit and find out all the secrets Jessica has been hiding from the ride or die crew. What's done in the dark will come to light. Imagine what will happen when they find out Jessica's true character. So I'm going to read a few of the top comments.
I just want to be like, drop the mic after he says all that. You know what I mean? Because most of them don't, because it's like they don't want to know. They never wanted to really know.
Yeah. There's been so many comments, you know, I so many, I can't even count, where I'll be on a YouTube video and they'll be like, where is the proof of this? Or like in CJ's video, where's the marriage certificate? Where is it? Where is it? It's like, it's on the fucking community tab. You said it 100 times. Like, if you're too lazy to go look, then why even bother arguing with us?
Yeah, you know, because still to this day, I get comments every single day on my TikTok videos. And I haven't really got a negative one or like a super mean one in a little while. I'm actually shocked.
Yeah, I honestly, I think kind of like what we were saying earlier, I think her fans kind of flipped on her a little bit sooner than we thought, and then CJ's video just solidified it.
Yeah, I got one that says, "What is the point of all this BS? What is that? Is you trying to destroy Jessica? Live your life and leave her alone." But the thing about it is, like, the TikTok people are so in a different realm than the
Yeah.
YouTube people. If they don't do both, they're clueless. Clary says she's gonna close her eyes, but I'm listening. Okay, girl. And she said that it was a child victim. He was explaining why they called him Tuna Can. Okay, thank you so
Oh,
much for clarifying that.
all right.
Um,
Okay, but yeah, and also so many of the comments, you know, back when I first you know, got into all this stuff, I legit was trying to change people's minds. Like, I would be like in your comments, other people's comments, and just be like, here, go to the J Kent snark sub. Here's how you get there. And they'll just be like, I don't go on Reddit. I don't go on TikTok. I don't, like, okay, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? Like, what are we supposed to do?
you remember when people used to say, "I don't care that she lied."
Yeah, that
I'm
was
like,
going on for a while.
okay.
Maybe she
I
just
thought
paid
that
for
was
those
funny.
herself.
But I think that it is very weird, the difference between her TikTok followers and her YouTube followers. It's very different crowd.
And Facebook and Instagram.
See, I need to go poking around on her Facebook. I ain't even never looked over there.
Oh, neither do I. It's just the fact that, you know, Jelly Smack controls it. So it's like all the videos are so far behind. It's like you would think it's a whole nother life. You would think it's another year in Jessica Kent's life. Like, still posting stuff with Reese, Mindy. Like, it's just all recycled garbage. And then on
Yeah,
Instagram, you know, there's a reason that she posted that, you know, her story about, oh, we have to run to an Airbnb. You just helped us put a gang hit. Like, there's a reason she didn't put that on any of her other socials. She didn't want her fans to see it.
yeah. Yeah, she's a
Just like
very
Burner,
different
he posted it
person.
on Twitter.
Yeah, she's a very different person on each different social media. And she's always been that way, but her
Internet bullies.
fans, the different way her supporters act on each one is even weirder, I think, than how different she acts.
Oh yeah.
It's so weird. Casto says, "Hey, Olivia and Diamond, this was a good video. Thanks for recommending it." Oh yeah, it is good. We just wanted to go over it for a minute. You're up late. I'm glad you stopped in, Casto.
Yeah, glad you're here.
All right, we'll keep going for a minute, and then we'll go on over to CJ. I just want to play a couple more minutes of this.
Also, I love when he was talking about Jessica with a Tito's bottle in one hand. That had me cracking up.
Have we already played that part?
Yeah, it was at the very beginning.
Okay, I just want to make sure because yeah, I've watched this a few times, and I like that, and then the part where he just was like goes on and on about her. Those are my two favorite parts.
He roasted the shit out of her in this video. It's an amazing video.
Just it looks like the ride or die crew is pretty united on this. When everyone is telling you the same thing, that this dude is not good for you and your kids, it's worth reconsidering the relationship. I'm a mom too, and there's nothing more important than peace in my life with my kid. I've had to drop relationships to once I found out they had bad criminal charges. None of them ever stepped foot in my house or knew where I lived, and I highly suggest that for your next relationship for at least 6 months to a year until you actually know the person inside and out. I'm not sure the people not for this relationship are haters. This whole video was concerning. Jessica, please stop dismissing these comments that are truly worried for you and your kids' safety as haters. Please open your eyes to your patterns. It's time to take some time out and focus on you and your beautiful babies for as long as it takes, so that in the future, you can attract a healthy mate. This is not it. This person is not remotely healed or safe, healthy to be around. Please wake up. I am terrified for your girls. Please do not let this individual in their lives to show no remorse for such abhorrent behavior is a huge red flag. Please reconsider who you're allowing into your life and your girls' lives. This is not hating. This is begging you to do something before something happens that cannot be undone. There's a huge group of us that has been trying to tell everyone Jessica is on a really dangerous path. You'll finally believe us. An actual murderer is who you pick this time. I don't know, but he sounds like he deserves every minute of time he served. The fact that he has no remorse for putting someone in a vegetative state is truly sick and disgusting. He has a lot of growing up to do, a lot of learning to do, period. Your children must be so scared and confused of having a complete stranger moving into their mom's room. I honestly don't understand the lack of trigger warnings as someone who advocates for recovery and mental health. I forgot to add the trigger warning. He's clearly proud of what he's done. This is disgusting. The way he laughs and shows no remorse is genuinely disturbing. I'm scared for you, Jess. The lack of insight from him is insane and scary. He shows no remorse for the things he's done, no emotion toward the situation, but to think those things are laughing matters. Maybe it shows he copes with his trauma, but his attitude toward the things he's done is the exact reason he landed himself in prison in the first place. Jess, you deserve better than this. I'm genuinely worried about your safety after listening to him glorify his violence and hatred. His lack of remorse and the fact that he doesn't seem to believe he was a violent criminal is terrifying. Please be safe, Jessica. He put someone into a permanent vegetative state and has no remorse for that. That blows my mind. Jessica recorded, watched, and edited this video and still deemed it worthy to upload. Clearly not one red flag went off to her to say, hey, maybe I shouldn't upload this video. Jessica more than condones his actions, and she's proud of them. Most of these people don't understand is that Jessica and Berner are just alike. Both are violent criminals who lack empathy, only care about themselves, and will do anything for a view and a buck. Berner is clearly not a good person, but neither is Jessica. Would a good person allow a cold-blooded violent criminal to live in their home with their children? Don't get me wrong, the process of waking up can be slow, and I'm glad they're finally able to open their eyes. But they're missing the bigger picture because Jessica has manipulated them into believing she's a nice, logical thinking human. When in reality, Jessica is no better than Berner. Many members of the ride or die crew are starting to see the light, but most still have no understanding of the vile person she truly is. Finally, I'm going to read a few of my favorite comments that weren't already mentioned. It's clear the tone in this comment thread is a tone of disgust. This is
I love how he just tells her about it.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm so ecstatic, that all of her fans and casual watchers are saying this stuff. But as he's reading them, I'm just still kind of irritated because I feel like they're still not getting it. Like, I'm worried for Jessica's safety. I'm worried about this. Didn't she see a red flag or blah, blah, blah. Like, they're all focused and scared for her. Like, her girls are the priority, not her. But that's my opinion. Because, how come they never said any of this stuff when she was publicly posting pictures, videos of, Chris, the child A, all the time, having the girls do his makeup? That was okay. But I'm glad they're coming around. I'm just saying, I just wish that they'd care or focus on the girls a little bit more than, oh, I'm just scared for Jessica's safety.
Yeah, no. I think that it's a line, a lot of people don't like to cross, like, reality is not in here right now, but I know she wouldn't mind me saying this, but you know what I mean? Like, she will not speak about a kid on the internet, no ifs, ands, buts, no matter who its kid it is, what it is, where it is, no matter the situation. And so I think that when it does come to the kids, that's where a lot of people are afraid or don't want to speak about that subject, but at the same time,
She's the one literally posting on Patreon the videos of him announcing to her girls that they're moving. Stuff like I think it's perfectly okay to discuss, and
yeah,
it's all out of care.
and not even on Patreon behind a paywall. I mean, she puts videos out on TikTok and everywhere else too.
Or on TikTok, yeah, like, how long have you known this person? It's just so exploitive. And
I want to know where the anti-mommy vloggers are. I mean, they rip Alicia Daughtry apart for buying too much bread and for like this woman hardly does nothing, and they rip her apart, these anti-mommy vloggers, you know?
is that the one that that would like go complain to, like, what was it, cleaning chemical companies and stuff? Is that the one? She's like a mommy vlogger too.
I don't know. Alicia Daughtry is like the Daughtry dozen. She has a bunch of kids, and then she fosters and has adopted a bunch of kids. And Radiant Brick goes in on her
Yeah,
about the amount of
yeah.
bread she buys. And
Oh, the bread. Yeah, okay, there you go. That's what I
yeah,
was
the
talking
redheaded
about, the
lady.
bread.
But like these mommy vloggers, they can do, I mean, like the littlest thing ever. And these anti mommy vloggers come after them so hard. And it's like, why aren't these anti mommy vloggers coming after Jessica? She's
Exactly.
exploiting her kids just as much, if not more,
Yeah,
and she ain't just like these mommy vloggers are out just like reading books and doing homeschool and going to church and shit. And she's like, for real, putting her kids through some shit. So it makes me wonder why they don't say nothing. I've
yeah.
always wanted
I'm
to
trying to
know.
think myself.
I just always wanted to know why they aren't in an uproar over it. Um,
And also, because she's in Illinois. I don't know if you guys know about it, but um, just uh, just like at the beginning of, what was it, maybe last summer or so, they had just introduced a new law in Illinois that's in effect now, that happened because of all of the family vloggers on YouTube. So now any family vlogger or any YouTuber that puts their kids or any minors in their content at all, anytime a child is in their videos and the amount of time they're in the videos has to be exactly reported, so that a certain amount of the money goes into a savings account for when they're an adult. I wonder if she's doing that. Probably not. I'm sure a lot of these other mommy bloggers aren't either. So,
yeah.
but I was so happy when they passed that here. It's actually the first of its kind. So, like, in the whole country, Illinois is the first state to have done it.
I mean, there needs to be something to protect these kids. You know what I
It's a
mean? Like,
start, yeah.
um, there definitely needs to be something. Casto says, I have heard that a lot of people don't consider JK worth covering because she doesn't have a TV show, etc. Um, I mean, most of these people are just YouTubers too, but um, I I think there's several different reasons why people don't cover her. I know that I had emailed a ton of people trying to get people to talk about Jessica because I felt like that we had got to a point before I just kind of walked away from Jessica's stuff that if a big person didn't cover her, it was never nothing was ever going to happen, and you know what I mean? So I emailed literally any and everyone I could find, from people having 25,000 followers on YouTube to having, like 5 million and
Yeah.
everything in between. And the people who replied to me, most of them did not have a clue who she was.
Yeah.
So that is true, is that that they were like, I don't know who that is. I'll have to look into who she is. So I thought that was weird too, because I was like, how does nobody know her?
That, and I think that the fact that whether or not her followers or subscribers are real, it still does say 1 million. And I think that really does scare off a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think that the DV part of this makes a lot of people not want to get near it with a 10-foot pole too.
Yeah, which really sucks just because that has never been, like our main
No, like the people.
allegation. You know what I mean?
No, I've
Like
never.
ever.
That's never been a thing that I even have mentioned.
Well, we know who kind of did mention it, and that kind of ruined it for us. You know?
Yeah, there's been a lot of, things that have happened along the way that have.
For example, like Jessica was able to post the videos of Nicole laughing at her DV, and whether or not she meant it or not, it was still online. So that made
Yeah,
us look like shit for sure.
yeah, there's been several little things, that have definitely muddied the waters. Um, but I think that's why I say I think everything happens in due time. I think that that people needed to back away from this, that were very um in the middle of it, for it to get to where it is right now. I think that it just all happened for a reason. Casto says, right, that happened because Hollywood parents exploited their kids, and the parents would spend all kinds of the money. Yes, kids in Hollywood, and kids on YouTube, and any kid who's doing anything that they're gaining money for, they need some sort of protection, because it is sad.
Exactly.
Casto also said that DV stuff with Reese, to me, was to distract from what she was doing. Um, and for her to be a victim. She wants to just be a victim. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's neither here nor there. It's just, what does that have to do with, how does that discredit any of the other stuff that we're saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
You know,
think
I
now her fans, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I just think that now her fans are seeing that, she really made her fans love Jason, you know, stuff like that. And they got to, seeing how friendly he was and getting used to him. They liked him. And now they're reading, the emails and what have you. And I think they can trust Jason's word, or at least they feel like they can, rather than
Yeah, I
us,
think
people
through
that
this
they've
whole
never
thing,
seen on the internet.
I think through this whole thing, the common denominator has had to been believing the lesser of the two evils. Like, nobody, I don't feel like nobody who was really closely involved has been super reliable or credited, or you never know. You know what I mean? And I felt like you just had to believe the lesser of the two evils, but now it's like coming from more, it's more solid, absolute proof. It's not opinions. It's just straight up is what it is. And she has shown herself and her actions and went from, Reese to Jason to Matt to, and it's like, there's no denying nothing. It just is what it is.
And it's totally impossible to do so anyways after, her recent live streams.
Yeah, because she shows herself 150%.
Yeah, she's erratic all over the place, drunk. They ask her, how much clean time do you have from alcohol? And she just makes these weird, like, shit-faced squeaky noises, and then looks over at what probably is the alcohol, and then just laughs. Like, that's literally her just like spitting in your face. She can't even be honest and say no.
I want to know what the hell made her say 5 years when she did have 10 years sober.
She slipped, I guess.
I was like, what is she even talking? I was so confused by that. Okay, I just pulled CJ's page up. What are we watching?
Maybe, do you want to watch some of the original email? The video? His original
one? Is that
one?
the J&J mover?
No, that's a super funny video though.
Which one's
Jason
the
himself really likes that video. Apparently, he laughed at it too.
Which one's the original email?
He reads a few emails. So it says something like, Jason speaks about
his wife and Jessica Kent's infidelity. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I think this is the one I shared maybe on my... No, it was this one that I shared. Yeah, because I'll never forget that. Okay. Let's watch some of this.
And his newest video also is super good.
You have it all. My ex is still using emotionally abusive tactics even though I left a year ago. Part 1. How my ex is still using emotionally abusive tactics even though I left a year ago. Part 2. One way that my ex is still using emotionally abusive tactics even though I left a year ago. Part 3. You do victim blame. You do talk shit. You are a fucking bully. You are fucking mean.
Let me mute myself.
The control that he had over my life was crazy. And at the time, I'm like, he's not controlling. He says I can go do whatever I want to do. Okay. But you can't because you're so mentally exhausted from taking care of the house and the kids and working full time and 9 jobs and all this stuff. You can't really go anywhere and do anything. That hot tea spilling in your lap getting to be a little too much for you? Needs to hear this, but if you are currently being harassed by a federal inmate, state inmate, county jail inmate, call the jail or the prison. Call them and tell them, hey, this person is threatening me, harassing me, posting private things about me on the internet via their homeboys or homegirl. Shmindy. The prison will investigate that, and when they find out that it's true, that inmate will never touch a phone again or a kiosk while they're serving time. And just to further add to that, if these allegations are real, if they're serious, if you feel like you're being threatened or your brand new beautiful boyfriend's life is being threatened.
This is your man.
Yeah.
Look at the screen.
Isn't he beautiful, guys?
And that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm gonna stick this out.
I can't with that part. I can't. Oh my God.
My beautiful boyfriend.
Like, looks aren't everything. Looks aren't everything, and I don't care if Burner had a penis tattooed all the way across his forehead. If he was if I thought that he was going to be really good to Jessica and this, that, and the other,
Exactly. There's a reason that whenever there's any sort of criticism, her immediate go-to is, yeah, he's tatted. Yeah, he has a lot of tattoos, and oh, he gets stared at when we go out, but he's really a nice guy. Like, no one gives a fuck about the tattoos. Like, it's 2024. Like, I can walk outside my house and find people with face tattoos. I mean, I'm in Chicago, but it's really not that crazy. The
Yeah,
peak on
like
his forehead is not the reason that we don't like the guy. It's just,
my
it's too
ex-husband
much.
don't have none on his face, but he's got them on his neck. And I mean, he's completely tatted, you know, down to his knuckles and everything. And like, I mean, I get, like, he's like as soft as a teddy bear though. And I don't know. I'm not judging him off them tattoos at all. Like that ain't it. But, she, I
Yeah,
need
I
to
don't
distance
think most of
myself.
us are. I mean, I can openly admit, yeah, they look really fucking stupid. But that's not why I don't like him.
Were you on here when I asked if he had Abraham Lincoln on his cheek and it's Michael Myers?
No.
I gotta show you what we were looking at. I'm gonna show you before we get off here what we were looking at. And he had his head like zoomed into this little thing. And I'm telling you, it looked like Abraham Lincoln. Okay. And it did. So I snorted and choked. It was so hilarious. Like Stacy was like, "No, girl, that is definitely Michael Myers." I was like, "Oh, okay." Oops. Oh god. But
Yeah,
okay,
show
I'm
me
gonna say it
later.
because I just want to say so much about that I'm just not gonna say it because it's just bullshit.
Girl, that's why I keep muting myself.
She makes my blood pressure go up.
Yeah, I think we all feel the same way.
That's called terrorist threatening. You can then call the local police department and you can say, hey, this federal inmate, state inmate, whatever, is harassing me and threatening my boyfriend's life. They will look into that and they will charge them with that. And guess what happens? You get more time. You lose your parole date. Maybe you'll do seg time. But I know for a fact that if you're being harassed via the phone or prison emails, either core links or JPay, whatever it is that you're dealing with, that inmate will never email again. They just won't. Take me to your fucking home. Actual comments that I got in the last hour after announcing that I was in a relationship after getting out of like a 9-year-long rough relationship. Wow, that's disgusting. Okay. Do not tell your kids. Do not move him in. You can be in a relationship. They cannot. I feel like that's my decision and not yours.
I just happened to have a knife on me and I was standing there. I was the first one to get him, bro. Oh, so you said that's what they teach you, huh? Yeah, that's what they teach you. Like, where'd you hit him outside, bro? Right in his neck, bro. Why you go for his neck? Man, that's the spot, bro. You crazy, man. You went straight for the neck, huh? They teach you the neck or the face. Yeah, I probably would have went for a cheek or something. Nah, man, I was trying to kill that dude. Yeah, see, now why are you trying to kill him for, though? I don't know. I was trying to prove a point, bro.
What about the children?
Which brush is better, right? Way better?
I'm sorry. This is disgusting. That is just so disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, and then what he just said. Oh, why'd you try to unalive him? I was trying to prove a point. That's your answer?
Anytime he talks about that too, he has not a lick of like remorse.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
I've never seen him have like an ounce of remorse, and he's straight up trying to get people to buy this brush off his TikTok shop right here. And oh, I ain't even gonna say what I feel.
Well, anyways, if you guys want to try it out, it's in the TikTok shop below. You guys know what to do.
I like niggas living in it, not a jail. They said by now that I'll be finished. Hard to tell. I can tell. My little 15 minutes lasting long as hell.
That was fast. Well, I did leave my ex 14 months ago, and he had a new girlfriend like 1 week later, which mathematically he was probably working on that for a long time.
Like, how can she say that with a straight face? Yeah, you left Reese, but you've still hooked up with him and been back and forth with him, and then you married fucking Jason. So that's technically your ex now, not Reese.
Not only married, but she is the one that asked to get married.
Did you ever find anything else out about that? I think that it was so they didn't have to ever testify against each other because I think they were paranoid. And that's just my conspiracy theory.
I think she did on purpose to try to get him in trouble so that he would have to go back and do more time. because he was going to turn himself in the next day. She said, I don't want you to go away for 8 months or whatever. And she said, let's get married. And he was like, are you serious? He got so fucking excited. He was so happy. And then they went on the run. She manipulated the fuck out of that shit. Like, yeah, it was his decision, but she literally proposed to dude.
But, like, what did them getting married change any of that circumstance?
I think it was just she knew it was something that would make him really happy, and it would definitely keep him from turning himself in the next day.
So, like, manipulation.
Pretty
You don't
much,
think
yeah.
that, do you think that they were worried about getting in trouble, though?
Jason for sure, yeah. I honestly don't know how much I believe she cares, but
Okay. Let's keep going for a minute.
So, what? It's her type, fresh out the gate. He's been out like 4 years.
Always so stylish. Black top, big t-shirt, really. I show my wrist, but I want that time. Niggas talk crazy when I pull up in sight.
Give it 6 months before she ends up on drugs. And look at him. He doesn't do drugs. He's not a drug addict. His name is Burner 420. That is a drug. He's smoking the devil's lettuce. I mean, yeah, it's like a plant and it's medicine. And like he only smokes like an unarrestable amount because it's legal.
I love this part.
You want some fucking bread. Okay, I want to see.
What'd you say?
I just love that part. Oh, he's not an addict. He's not an addict. Whatever. Devil's lettuce, BS. And then he's like, so there's the bando where I used to do meth. That's the bando I did meth the first time. That's the first time I did this. That like does she just thinks everyone is that stupid. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get why.
Has he ever even claimed to not be an addict? Like, his videos are all about why he went to jail and doing drugs, and and he has a tour where he shows the bandos where he first did meth and bought meth and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard him identify either like as or as not as an addict, but I have heard him talk about doing drugs before.
And also, I don't know if you saw the video. I didn't really watch it, but I know I saw part of it on Reddit where they were doing that haunted Joliet prison tour. It's a prison by my house that's supposed to be super haunted. And when they went and did those stupid videos there, they kept making those comments about wanting ice and all this shit. So I didn't think it was funny. She thought it was cute and funny. I don't know. I didn't. And why would he ever say some shit like that if he was never an addict?
I just think it's so odd. Like,
it's
just
called
like,
an
yeah,
insult to your intelligence.
Yeah, like, it's just like she thinks she can literally say anything and it is just going to be what it is.
Well, she got away with it for so long.
Well, something that still really bothers me so badly?
What?
Is the 300, how they came up with that 357 days, and that's not right.
What do you mean that 357 days that she spent in doing time?
Yes, because okay, so like I'm 99% sure that Nicole's the one who first said, at least to me, that it was the 357 days is what Jessica served. And I know that I had the paper right there and I could have read it all myself, but I just didn't feel the need to do it.
Hmm.
But then Nicole tells her story. And, when you get locked up and you do like 3 or 6 months in county and then you get shipped off to prison, the county time counts. And so that 357 days of Jessica's is the day she walked into prison, the day she walked out of prison. And it doesn't include the little bit of time that she had sat in jail. And so when Jessica argues and fights with everyone that it is 357 days is not correct, she's been like that because she can, because technically it was like 15, 16 months.
Yeah.
And I think that from the beginning, you know what I mean? If it had just been said, like, yeah, she did 15 months, not 2.5 years, and it would have been stated like that correctly, like, it just, I don't know. To me, that makes a big difference. I feel like it would have made a big difference, and it aggravates the piss out of me.
Well, she never did come out and clearly show any of her New York paperwork, right?
Oh, no, we ain't got a dang clue about what even happened in New York.
And I think her excuse was that she was a minor, so she just refused to show it. I don't know.
No, she kept saying she had, uh, sent off for it, and it was coming, and she was gonna go over it. Remember, because she was like, "It should be by next Friday." Oh, by
Yeah.
next Friday. Oh,
Yeah.
and she was just waiting for everybody to shut up about it, and she never ever said nothing about it except for showing. She
Like
never
she
showed nothing except for what Tracy showed.
Yeah, and like she showed a pile of paper in her first docu series episode, because I didn't watch it until I just scrolled all the way to the end because I just wanted to see the paperwork part. And she had a pile of paper that she claimed was her New York papers, but she said that she wasn't going to show it because it has stuff about her being a minor in it. So I would assume she's trying to say that when she did the crime or when she was arrested, she was a minor, and maybe she was not a minor by the time she served her time. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I know that's how it was. I know that is exactly how it was with one incident, because she, like, whatever her probation was, she kept getting in trouble with it, and eventually I think she was 18 or maybe even 19, and she did have to serve, like, I don't know, and I don't want to quote it, but she did serve a very small amount of time on, like, a probation violation
I
once she
remember
was an
the
adult.
number 27 being there, like 27 or 29, something like that. Maybe.
Yeah,
It was something about the probation. It was because, oh, okay. Remember that the live stream that Tracy was doing that she got a lot of shit for and ended up deleting. That's
yes,
the one that she was trying to do all the calculations about the New York time.
yes, I will never forget that day.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone has that screen recorded. I'm sure someone does, but I know she was calculating it, and she had found out that that small amount of time would have been I don't remember, but it basically just determined that she didn't do time, like as much time as she said. She got out on probation and then violated it, but she didn't have to do that much time because she had already did probation, or she had already been on probation and parole, one of the two. What do you call it there in New York? That's what I'm trying to think of.
She was on probation because parole is more serious
Adult,
once.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't
Well,
remember the name of the New York
she was
probation.
on some sort of, like, even before probation, some sort of, like, kid supervision thing too.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
Yeah. But what is funny is there's still like tons of paperwork in New York that nobody ever got.
So did no one request it, or it was requested and no one used it?
Um, well, coincidentally, I had looked at my Cash App, sent me a notification that a Cash App request had expired to Tracy because I sent Tracy money to help get one of these, and then Tracy never got it. And then I never got my money back. But that's not here nor there. But yeah, there's like 2 giant files up there that nobody's just ever got.
Yeah.
I've always just been curious, like what it is,
Me too. But I'm sure honestly it probably wasn't even that serious at all.
Well, they were very expensive because they were a shit ton of papers. So whatever it was is a lot of paperwork.
New York is really serious about that though. Like you'll go to jail for like anything.
Yeah. So
Or it
I
used to
don't know.
be.
I just thought that was interesting that there's still so much I feel like that we have never even found out about too and known about, and there's so much to this. This is so convoluted.
Oh, but I think her excuse was that she had them sealed. That was her excuse about New York, that she had them sealed.
I can't keep up with her excuses because she said so many, you know what I mean? It's like, but then why did she tell everybody she sent her freaking fingerprint in and was getting all of her stuff and she was just waiting on it, like.
So people would watch her dumb series. Because that's all people
Mm.
wanted to see, really, was the paperwork.
Yeah, and she spent like one time for like 6 minutes talking about it.
Yeah, I had to scroll to like the last 15 minutes.
Ugh. All right. I'm gonna press play on this for a second.
Bread and bacon and grease and butter. Am I crazy? Am I the only one? I also don't care about your workout. I don't care unless you smash your face on the treadmill. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. Don't care. Like, unless you shit your pants at the gym, do not post about it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm happy. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. But shut the entire fuck up. Unless you shit your pants at the gym, then we all want to know. We care about it. We care about it. But if you're going to get on the internet and make recipes for sandwiches and there's no bread, or if you're gonna get on the internet and post a recipe and you want to tell me your entire family tree and your lineage and your life fucking story, no, give me the lasagna recipe, Susan. Just ingredients. There should be a word limit. This guy, CJ Baker, he's been stalking me for years. He worked at the gym that I went to, and I literally am afraid of this person because he gives me like hella
Oh my
I'm
God.
vibes. Like he gives hella like F a corpse vibes. You know what I'm saying? Scary individual.
These are the emails back and forth between Jason and I. The first question.
Just real quick before we watch him go over these emails, I just feel like I should say, in case anybody doesn't know, that CJ never stalked Jessica. That is all just absolute bullshit. And he hasn't worked at a gym since he was 19. And she is the crazy one because she threatened if she seen him, she was gonna run him over with her car.
Yeah, and she also accused him of selling steroids and being fired for it, which never happened, of course. So
When did she get obsessed with CJ?
I don't know. Probably she's not used to seeing a man call her out, honestly. That's probably it.
So weird. I just want to make sure in case anybody didn't know about that they know that that's bullshit. Okay, let's
And
listen.
also maybe a trigger warning for DV and stuff.
Oh yes.
Just so all the chatters know.
Yes, I'm gonna put that in the chat. Okay.
Question I asked him was, what is it you would like to tell Jessica, knowing that she is now seeing Burner? He's moved in to her house. What would you like to tell her, and what would you like to tell all of us? This is your time to tell your truth. And this is what he wrote. You really want to go down with the Buster? That's Burner. All I'm doing is showing people we were together and still were together up until the Buster showed up. I printed all the emails off and I'm going to send them out because this is going too far. Have I not just been telling the truth about everything I said so far? Did I say how many times you put your hands on me? How you threw a glass off the back of my head? How you broke my thumb even though you know I was in real bad pain because I have bad carpal tunnel? How you hit me in the face with a computer mouse when Mindy was here? How I had to explain to the girls why I had a black eye after I came home from rehab because I have not said shit about that? How you cheated on me with Judd and then sent the email to me in here saying he was forceful and you just gave in, but didn't want to fight that morning about you going over there, and we raced there and you still went in and did what you did. See, unlike Judd, I have proof from your own emails. You want to look good to everyone, but for real, no one is perfect. And people would rather know the truth so they can relate better to you. We are all fucked up and have flaws. I don't think I even know what a healthy relationship would look like if it fell out of the sky. All I know is when I'm with someone, no matter how shitty shit gets or what they do, I'm standing by that person with unconditional love. Every couple fights, and if you've been in an abusive relationship before, when your girl hits you, you just walk it off. But when she keeps hitting you, because you didn't stop her the first time, and it goes on and on, something is going to give one day. Now you want to talk about the time in Michigan? Online, let's go. See, me and Jess went to Michigan to see some of my people to grow her own strand of weed. Yes, I know people everywhere. Had a nice dinner, went back to the room, had a real nice night. We even got the best picture of us holding each other in the bathroom mirror. I have a copy she sent me. You can see the love is real. When we were going to bed, I had to turn off the hotspot and turn the TV back to normal. And I had her phone. Well, it showed someone had messaged, so I looked. It was from Matt, the guy she cheated on Judd with. And he was talking about booty calls and shit, and she sent him Judd's mugshot. She was so proud of that. Anyways, I'm like, what the fuck are you still entertaining him for? He was being so disrespectful to me. I don't go for that shit. I'm not Judd. But she tells me, come on, baby, we had such a good night. Don't ruin the night. Come to bed and squish me. So I didn't say another word, held her, and we went to sleep. I wake up to her standing over me, yelling in my face that I had erased a text from a girl looking for me and asking me if I was around. And me telling her I was not, but she could call my cousin to help her move. So we were trying to pack and we were fighting. She hits me in the face 3 times. So I'm like, fuck it. I will just stay out here. You can leave. Well, my 2 homies are there with us and they don't want to leave me there. So they talk me into getting in the car with them for a ride back home. And she just keeps trying to justify why he texts. So she hits me again. So I throw her shoes out the window of the moving car. And I'm going to post the fight as it's happening. And she starts slapping the phone out of my hand and saying I was wrong. And she did nothing. So I show my homeboys my phone and what she found. And I can't get in her phone because she changed.
And Matt is the mag crew guy. Is that the same Matt he's talking about?
I believe so.
Okay.
Because the only other Matt is the one that went to Reese's apartment, right?
Oh, was that his name?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. I was just curious about that.
I could be wrong, but I think it is.
I've always just assumed that because the way she acted when she was like around him, you know what I mean, and on the phone with him, and when he was over there answering them questions, like the way she acted around him, you could just tell.
Oh yeah, she was really trying to impress him. I
Yeah,
remember that.
because I was on a mag crew, and I know people who know him and know people who were on mag crew with her. And how far she went with that and like the terminology and shit, like I was like, girl, you are making this out like a movie. Like it is not. I couldn't. I couldn't.
What's the name of that movie? Is that
What? There's a movie
is
about
that
Mad Cruise.
that's not American Pie, is it, or no?
No, what
It's one of
is?
those like cheesy kind of movies.
Yeah, and like they use all these, like in Mad Crew, they do have a couple of weird terms and phrases they say and stuff, but like she stole most of that off of that movie about it, and it's she glorified that so much, and it is not like that at all. Like I lived it, I did it, I know, and she's full of shit.
Yeah,
I
she
need,
made it seem like she was out partying every single day. That like she got, everyone bowed down to her because she was the queen bee that made the most sales and all this stuff.
yeah, and she's
And
so
also,
full of
didn't
it.
she say that they were filming the movie in the same like hotel or place that they were staying? And her whoever the guy was that she was talking to at that time went up to them and was like, "Oh, like we're a real magazine crew. Like we'll show you how it really is." And like they wanted nothing to do with them.
Yeah, and the girl who was like one of the head people for the mag crew that I was on was actually staying at the hotel that Jessica stayed at when she was on mag crew and knows the whole truth about all of that. And she was going to come on. She'd still do it if I wanted her to and come on and talk about all of it because she did it for years and years and years, okay? And like you do at night, you drink and you party and everybody's like young and wild, and I mean it is crazy. But I think she said, I have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure she said because she got 10 in a day, she was the queen bee. And like people would pull 10, like they wouldn't even come pick you up if you didn't get close to 10. You was seriously, I'm telling you, until you sold like whatever your quota was, they wasn't coming to pick your ass up.
Yeah.
And
And she kind of made it seem like obviously she would only be doing that when she was like on the run. And she kind of made it seem like everyone that's there is like also like criminals or on the run or everyone's on drugs and stuff like that. Was it like that in your experience?
I mean, yeah, like not everybody was on the run, but like everybody who was there was running from something. Like they, because it's a very dysfunctional life. Like it's very, it's very messed up how they do you for real too. Because you could sell 200 magazine subscriptions, and if you're new, you're not getting hardly none of that money. Like, for the most part, what they did is they paid for your hotel room, your food, and like gave you like $25 a day for like booze and cigs and bullshit. and whatever else you made, they said they had like a running bank for you and stuff. But I don't know, because your girl could sell salt to a slug, okay? And I would go out there and make money for them, give it to them, make money for me, keep it for me. And I didn't give a shit if they gave me any of that other money because I made my own money and pocketed it.
You mean you don't have a queen bee tattoo, Olivia?
Lord, no. But I'm telling you right now, it was funny because I'd call them and they'd be like, "You're done already?" And I done made the quota they wanted me to do, plus made my own money, plus done walked around the beach and, you know what I mean, dilly-daddled around, and I had my own little fun for the day. And they thought, but I didn't want them to know how good I was. I didn't want them to know I could go out there and hustle and get money. Like I wanted them to be like, I'm mediocre and this is the best I can do. And they appreciated it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she made it seem like they treated you pretty shittily if you didn't.
I mean, the people that I did it for, they were real cool. They were real cool, but like what I didn't like about it is they lied to you. Like I legit I'm you know how I am though. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Like they told me that taught me this whole spiel about getting this college scholarship, and whoever sold the most magazines was going to get a college scholarship, and you would get to go on a vacation. And I believed that that was the truth. And then it took me, it probably took me 2 weeks to figure out that that was just the spiel, and that I doubt anyone ever got an actual magazine.
Yeah. And I remember also from that interview that I believe Matt had said something that he I don't know if it was people that he met or what it was, but because of how he was like the leader of his magazine little crew, like because there's like different leaders for like little groups, right? Or at
Oh
least
yeah,
that's how she made it seem like.
back then when I did this was like 08, 09. There was still a lot of these mag crews, and I mean a lot.
Yeah, because I just remember him always saying like, oh, he was the best like leader and he always had the best little crew. And I remember something like maybe he won something off of it or they gave him like a huge amount of money because of it. I remember it's in that video. I just can't put my finger on it.
Well, he tried to act like he worked for a legit magazine clearinghouse, and he really did things the right way, and he really they really sold magazines and shit. And I just find that hard to believe.
I just thought it was crazy that at their age he was just bragging about that as if that makes him like king of the world. It was just funny to me.
The people that ran the little crews, they all thought anyone who ran a mag crew thought they ran the best mag crew. And I mean, if you
Were
would
the
run into,
leaders sorry I was
no,
just
go
going to
ahead.
say, were the leaders much older than the actual crew themselves?
So, there was 2 guys who, technically, I guess, owned it or were the top dog people of mine, and they were probably, 35 and 40,
Yeah,
and they were the oldest people there. Everybody else, um, was, early 20s, still 18, 19.
So did you have to be 18 to do it then?
There was one girl there that I know for sure, I know 100% was not 18. But she swore she was. But I know in my soul, I bet she wasn't even 50. I bet she was like 14.
It's sad.
The thing about it though is, okay, say you leave Mag Crew, okay, you get pissed and you just dip and you leave. And you call them back 6 months later, they will get you a Greyhound from anywhere in the US to come back at any time. Like anybody who wanted to join a Mag Crew, they would buy anybody a bus ticket at any time to come out and do it. They just wanted bodies.
Yeah. So it does make sense that that's who she would call every time she's on the run or, wants to get out of state.
Yeah, because they would have a bus ticket waiting for her at the Greyhound every time. Yeah.
And also, is that the same Matt that I remember? I remember a while back, Mindy used to say that when Jessica used to go, sorry, I had to cough. That when Jessica used to go to Mindy's house, she would be like begging Mindy, like, "Oh, can you come over? Can you come over?" Who was that? Was that Matt?
I remember hearing a story like that, but I can't remember who that was. So I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But I think I should maybe do a video about being on a Mag Crew because it really was an interesting time period in my life. I'll tell you that. I highly doubt that there is any sort of Mag Crews that still exist at all in the
I was
world.
just
I
going
bet
to ask
that's
you that too.
complete.
Like, that has to be extinct.
Oh, for sure. It has to be because people aren't going to open their door to anyone these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and anything in a magazine, you could just look it up.
Yeah, I mean, even when I was doing it in like 08, magazines were, you know what I mean, like pretty much obsolete, but it was all about being a hustler.
But yeah,
So,
I was actually going to say that as soon as you started talking, I was like, you need to make a video about that. That would be so cool. I'm sure a lot of us would love to hear it.
yeah, because if you didn't do it, you really can't understand it. But yeah, most of the people that were on my Mag Crew are dead now. Almost all of them.
So was it mainly addiction?
Yeah, and then 3 of them actually died on Mag Crew in a car accident.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
That must be a really a common experience then, if because JK was detoxing in hotel rooms and stuff like that.
Girl, when I got on Mag Crew, I had bottles of 30s and 15s and Xanaxes because I was in Florida going to the pill doctor and then dipped from my boyfriend and took all the pills and then went to a hotel and met these Mag Crew people at the hotel and just joined the fucking Mag Crew.
You would drive down there?
Do what?
You would drive down there?
No, I flew to Florida. Uh-oh. I lost you. Oh, there you are.
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
No, you're fine. No, before the Casper system, I would fly to Florida the first Tuesday of every month, and go to the pill doctor.
That's
And
crazy.
and then they yeah, got real strict about it. And because you used to be able to get the pills and see the doctor in the same building, then you had to go to a separate pharmacy from the doctor. And then everywhere in Florida, I'm telling you, it was crazy. Every pharmacy had a sign that said, "We do not accept Kentucky IDs."
Yeah.
So then I had to find a boyfriend in Florida so that I could have a Florida address and residency. But yeah, that's a story for another day. Anyways, so
No, definitely make that video.
yeah, it was wild. But yeah, I had to hide all those pills and stuff because I was not sharing them. And the only reason that I left Mag Crew and went home is because I ran out of my pills and I had to get I
I
had to
would have
get
done
out
the
of there.
same thing. I'm sure we could all relate.
Yeah, I was like, all right, time to go home. All right, I'm gonna play a little bit more of this, and then I want to watch the J&J Mover one because I do think that's funny.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Change the password. Shady, right? So now I'm like, give me your password so I can show them what you said. And she would refuse and swung on me. And so I took the phone and go throw it out the window of the car. Well, she gives me the code right as soon as I'm about to throw it. And she grabbed the phone and we argued until I didn't remember the code. This goes on and on, the arguing, until traffic slows down a little. Then she tries to jump out of the moving car on the interstate. When she opens the door, the seatbelt starts to slide up and she's trying to jump out of the moving car. So I grab the seatbelt as it's sliding up and pull her back in. After I pull the door closed, I let go and I say, I'm sorry. Well, she grabs my hand and twists them and breaks my thumb. So I slap her. Not hard, but enough to let her know I had enough. She sees how much pain I'm in and finds my pain meds and gives them to me and sets my thumb in her lap. The slap didn't even leave a mark. It was very wrong of me to hit her. I regretted it as soon as it happened, and I've said I'm sorry 100 times, and I have to live with that for the rest of my life. It was the worst moment in my life. Did she hit me after that one time? Yes. Did I ever hit her back? No, because it was wrong in the first place. Jess has even gotten drunk and hit my homeboy Crit, who also did not hit her back because he knew I would hurt him if he did. So there I said it. I did hit her. It was wrong, and I never should have done it. That was not the reason she left me. We got married after that. So they got married after this incident. And we lived together and everything. She was still coming to see me. We were going to get remarried once I got out and everything. Everything has to be done online because that's how she gets paid. Makes sense? It's her job, as I was reminded time and time again. I was bad for her brand because I'm a real street person, and you can't just leave that behind when you're really out there like I was. Now, I believe there is even more that happened this Thanksgiving, but that's not my story to tell. Ask Judd. I have emails talking about that if he wants to tell his side. Now, Jess is telling me she's going to put all my dirt out there so her and Buster can make money off of it. Well, that's fine by me because I will tell you everything I ever did, just as I've been honest so far. The story how we got married is a good one. All Jess's idea, by the way. I'll email you more, Chris, later. Thank you for your help. Wow. So I did not ask him if Jessica was abusive towards him. I just simply said, is there anything that you want to tell Jessica based on knowing that Jessica has got a new boyfriend and moved him in? And he started talking about this abuse. And so what this tells me is that Jessica is a violent person as well. She is just as abusive, if not a lot more abusive, than Reese. And so her docuseries, 4 episodes, all these TikToks, how my ex is still abusing me today, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, it's all bullshit. You should probably just take them down because it looks pretty stupid at this point. The next question is, was the engagement between Reese and Jessica legitimate or just made up for views? Yes, it was. Jess was really in love with Judd and they were going to get married. Jess was doing her best to make things work with them. When she found out Judd cheated on her, why she was pregnant, she was really messed up over it and it broke her down and she was depressed really bad. Okay, so apparently Judd, Reese, cheated on her during the pregnancy from what I'm reading here. He would lie to her and say it was nothing and gaslit the shit out of her. She got a hold of the girl and the girl told her she didn't know she was even his girl. Judd still said she was full of it. Nothing happened. Now, this is Jess's story to tell. I know the marriage was really going to happen. I was going to stand up in it and told Jess, I want to sell tickets to it. LOL. She would get pissed at me. because I love to clown around and bust her balls. They were going through some troubles, and that was a way to show each other that they were putting all that behind them and moving forward. Then Judd started using, and things went to shit. Jess lost a lot over that wedding. She flipped the whole bill. I have 2 of the sample wedding dresses at my friend's shop, and she was going to burn the one she decided on.
Does she still have her wedding GoFundMe thing still up too?
The last time I checked, it was still there.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, hopefully she deleted it because so many people called her out on that. But I don't know. Last time I checked, it was definitely still there. Oh, and one other thing I just wanted to say real quick, because CJ had just mentioned, the situation in the car on the highway. So, how, we're waiting for Jessica to upload her newest hit piece, about DV and etc. And I'm sure a lot of us have seen the videos of JK and Burnout together, where he legitimately says that Jason was abusive. He put a seatbelt around her neck. Like, see how they leave out all the context, all the important facts. If let's say the seatbelt was around her neck, that's because he didn't want the bitch to fall out onto the expressway, dude. Like, it's so ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. Like, let's say Jason did let her just hop out onto the highway. Then she would have cursed him out for that.
I'm telling you right now, she's gonna put this video out trying to make Jason look so terrible, trying to make herself the victim again, and I'm just gonna lose it. Because do I think Jason's perfect? No. Do I think Jason has a lot of flaws? Yes. But I feel, and truly believe in my heart that Jason would not get physical with Jessica or hurt her kids or do anything
I agree.
that. And I'm telling you, I can't wait to see what she tries to say about him.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's just, I don't even want to imagine how bad it's going to be, because it's just so obvious how broken and hurt Jason really is.
Has she even addressed that her and Jason are married?
I haven't seen her outright even mention it or like speak of it out loud. But of course, she has been online or trying to have Mindy or other people like Burner go online and say that apparently Jason has been married for 20 years and all this stuff, and that they're not really married.
Huh. Okay, so the rest of this, should we finish this or should we go on over?
I think you can move on to what's next. I think a really good video is actually CJ's newest one. The one it's pretty short. It's on his TikTok, and he also put it on Reddit.
Oh, it's not on here?
I'm not sure. If it is, it probably would be in like the shorts.
Is it this 3-minute long one?
Oh, it could be.
Hold on, let's try it.
I know I reposted it on my TikTok. Me and Ray both reposted it.
Has it got Burner in it? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Yeah, that should be it.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and address it. If you guys are not caught up on the situation, Jess has been getting doxxed on Reddit
Don't
for
you
months,
love
even
how
years.
Burner
This is where
covers
somebody
up
on a
CJ's
platform
muscles,
leaks
by the way?
information that's private in
I didn't hear you. You said, don't I
So
love that
don't you
Burner
just
does-"
love how Burner always has to cover up CJ's muscles?
Oh, God, he has to hide them.
I just thought that was funny.
Oh, my gosh. When Burner and Jason were arguing about their PP sizes, and Jason was like, I don't even care if mine's small. I'm like, well, all right then, Jason. Because Jason is so funny. Like, he's just a straight shooter about things. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that just cracked me up. He's like, I'm still,
He has a sense of humor. Like,
yeah, and he's like, I don't care if it is. I'm still better than you. Fuck you. I'm like, oh my God.
and why does it matter? Clearly, he still pulled Burner's new bitch. He still
He's
pulled
married
Jessica.
to
So
her.
why does it matter?
Yeah, Jason's the one married to her. Lord.
Exactly.
order to demolish what she has created.
To address Burner's threat to
Let's go ahead and address it. If you guys are not caught up on the situation, Jess has been getting doxxed on Reddit for months, even years. This is where somebody on a platform leaks information that's private in order to demolish what she has created. They posted pictures of her kids. They've dug up records from when she was a juvenile. They even spoke about her dead relatives.
That's what I was
Now,
referring
there's
to
been this dude
earlier,
named
by the
CJ that's
way.
been making all kinds of videos about Jess and me, but let's go.
Well, the video that I wanted to show is directly like correlated to this, you know?
Cool. No, I was just saying earlier when I started mentioning the fact that he was saying that we put up we were putting up pictures of her kids and talking about dead family members. I was just saying that's where I got that from, this video.
Okay, I got you. Sorry, I misunderstood.
No problem, babe.
Go ahead and talk about who CJ is. This dude used to work at a gym that Jess would go to. She didn't know who he was, and he used to stalk her.
It's so nice to see you again.
What are you doing here, you asshole?
Cindy, I don't like you using foul language. Not a classy girl like you.
Don't you have anything better to do?
You don't understand. I have nothing else to do, and I have nowhere else to go.
He even got fired from that gym for selling steroids.
I got a job at Lifetime working the front desk when I was, I think, 18, 19, and I worked at Lifetime for a year.
And to pay for his steroid habit, now he gets online and tries to make YouTube videos off Jess's clout. He even went as far as writing a song about her and stalking her for years. Go ahead and roll a clip for you. Now that right there is the reason that women should carry pepper spray or a pistol.
Get the fuck out of here.
CJ is local, which obviously he's not going to do a goddamn thing about anything except hide in his house and make YouTube videos.
Yeah, neither are you, buddy. All right, I'm muting myself.
Come on, Reddit. Like, look at this dude. This is the dude you want representing you on YouTube? This dude even wrote Jess and admitted to stalking her and said, I've been watching you work out for a while now. The only CJ I got respect for is CJ from San Andreas. There's even posts of this dude trying to talk shit about Jason. Now, all of a sudden, he's his friend and wants to give him a platform.
Much as he said before he got waxed, bro. Okay. Stuck him up. Oh, so you were part of the. Yeah, but I just happened to have a knife on me, and I was standing there. I was the first one.
I think that CJ representing is better than anybody else who's represented. So yes, Burner, it is who we would like to represent us right now.
What'd you say?
I said I think CJ is probably the best representative that we've had all this whole time of everybody who's tried to be the representative. So yeah, we're cool with it.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said or Jessica said that we're a bunch of what'd she say? Hating bitches, or a bunch of hating women and one guy on steroids.
Oh God. Um,
And also how Burner just said, stalking her for years. Like years.
yeah, and he said all this has been happening on Reddit for years. This ain't even been going on for years. And the craziest part about it, and I will die on this hill, is that if Jessica could have owned just about lying about her time in prison back in May, we would never be here. This would have never happened. None of this would have ever happened. And I don't care what anybody says, I know it.
No, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think she'd have to come clean about quite a few things, but as long as it was actually genuine and stop, messing up things for so many communities, or, being fake advocates. There's a lot that goes into it that pisses me off, but I totally agree. If she could have just said, I'm sorry, I fucking lied, but I really care about my fans and I'll make it right,
Yeah, because honestly, I don't think we would even know half the shit we know if she would have taken some accountability. So, honestly, it probably all happened for a reason. I believe strongly everything happens for a reason, but I still just look back at like May and think if you would have just taken any accountability.
Yeah. I mean, that's ego for you.
Though, I'm glad though that I went through everything I did on YouTube and everything that happened, because it does make me look at everything from a different perspective. But with Jessica, she just keeps digging her hole deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's very hard. It's very, very hard for me to give her much grace,
Completely, yeah.
I think it's much easier for me to give Nicole grace, honestly, than to give Jessica grace. But you know what, girl? I'm getting exhausted. I've held you hostage for 2.5 hours. And it's late. But I want us to do this. I want us to come back on and talk about things, because we didn't even get to go over everything we wanted to.
Oh yeah, like the signing over the children thing.
Oh my God, yes, that's a big, huge thing we did not talk about. I want to play this other video I have. Like, there's so much I want to go over, but I want to do it when maybe people are actually awake.
Yeah, it's almost 2 by me.
Yeah, well, it's almost 3 by me. So, I'll just text you and we'll figure another time. But I'm gonna keep this up so people can watch it whenever, because it has a lot of good information. But
For
I
sure.
appreciate you so much and I love you so much, and thank you for giving us all your JK knowledge.
Of course. And I love you too. Thanks guys for watching.
Yeah, thank
And we
y'all
need to
for
get CJ up here next time too.
yeah, anytime he wants to come up, he's more than welcome to. And let me know when you're free and we'll do this again so we can show all the other stuff when people are awake.
Definitely.
All right, and thanks everybody who watched or who's going to be in the replay. I know this was really late, but it was the time we could do it. So good night, y'all.
All right, night.
Good night. Bye.